okay? And watch here, I'm gonna put his main line is gonna be parallel with the ground, see? So some horses pack their head right here when they're relaxed, you know, just walking out down the trail. Some horses pack their head some horses will pack their head naturally about right there, see? And some of them will pack it naturally about, you know, a little bit lower. Now, you might ask, how in the world did he get that horse's head to drop? Well, if you look at this horse's head right here, and his forehead, he's got two temples, them temples right there. No, just me touching him in them temples, see? Now, it didn't start out that. What you want to avoid is having your head over the top of them, because if they raise their head all of a sudden, they'll break you in the jaw, knock a tooth out, you know? And that's a little hard on the dental situation. But there, see how that worked? So I start here, and then I go to here, see, like that. See, and I can put that horse's head right on the ground, see? I can put it right on the ground, see? Pressure and release. And then I'm going to get to where I rub him on this neck here. And he's learning to come away from, naturally horses kind of push into pressure. But boy, once they get on to coming off that pressure, it don't take long, you see? See how his ears are forward? And see how my fingers are together? What's your pressure? Pressure. I'm gonna see if I can stick with him here. See if I can bring it there, see? I don't make a big deal out of it, but my fingers together. My fingers are like a mare's muzzle, like his mama's muzzle and tongue, and the way watch horses how they kind of groom and rub and scratch on each other. They do it right here kind of too. You'll see them rubbing each other right here. But whenever I'm standing here with my horse and visiting or talking with people or whatever, I do not allow my horse to just stand there and look around with his head up in the air. I don't do that. And I teach these horses right off the bat, when I'm in the equation here, when I'm in their presence, like standing right here, with a halter on them or whatever, I'm in charge and they're on duty. He likes them new coveralls. But see, now I didn't make a big deal out of it. Mustangs are a little bit mouthy. Sometimes they get to biting and nipping, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hit him and whack him and get him scared. I'm just gonna stay out of his mouth there like that. Any questions there, Ma? What do you think?
No, I think that you covered a lot. And
yeah, it's a lot of information there.
Any parting words?
Well,
I guess I do have a question.
Yeah, what do you got to say, Ma?
What do you think about when people go to catch their horse and they have treats in their hand? Okay,
so there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with having a treat in your hand to catch a horse. That's probably, if you get a tricky horse that's kind of hard to catch, you might as well give him a reward for it. What I would avoid doing is giving him the treat before you catch him. So, you know, because a lot of times they grab the treat and take off, you know. So
wait till you get the halter on.
Yeah, do like what I did. Have a handful of grain or a cube or a whatever. Mm-hmm. You don't even need treats, just whatever. And then when he sticks his nose through that halter, you know, give it to him. Make him stick it. Make him work for it. You know, make him work for it. Okay, see, he's kind of mouthing on my coveralls, and that's okay. I'm not going to make a big old deal out of that. But see how relaxed this horse is? See how I can wobble his ears around? And then, okay, so now watch here. I'll get off on this side too, see? I'm not just going to camp over there on that. I'm not just going to camp over there on that left side. I'm going to spend a little time over here too, see? And I want him straight, see? I don't want his head cranked around to the side. I'd like him straight and comfortable. Straight and comfortable is what I'd like him, see? See, and I can rub him here. Notice I'm standing up here by his front feet where he can't, he won't kick me because I've done quite a bit of work with him. Come on now, come on now. See, I think he must smell these coveralls.
You're so irresistible.
Smells my brand new coveralls. Yeah, my overalls. Maybe it's my, maybe it's my Crystal Gale t-shirt that he's. Okay, now see how he just left?
Yeah, I see
now watch
that.
here. That was cool. He stepped on that himself. He just watch. I'm gonna reach up there, grab that a little bit. I'm gonna lead him up. Notice how he comes off that pressure.
Yeah.
I don't just drag him around. See how nice? You see how he just.
And
watch
can
here.
you tell everybody how much you've worked with this horse?
Yeah, so I've probably worked with this horse. I've fiddled around with him. What? Probably a grand total of a couple of weeks, wouldn't you say? Probably 10. I've saddled him. I've saddled this horse 2-3 times.
Yeah.
And I'll show you kind of what I've done there. You know, and
it's been spread out. I guess.
laid him down.
Yeah, because of the weather.
I laid him down. But that horse there was the tricky one, and he's really nice. That horse there is really letting down. Yeah, that horse was tough. This horse, this Mustang had a little deeper. All his feelings weren't on the surface like that horse, but this, nevertheless, he kicked. Boy, this horse was a kicky, striking son of a gun. But you can see he's okay. Now watch this. Watch when I'm going to turn him loose here. I'm going to turn him loose here, and watch the way I turn him loose. So I'll get my halter gathered up here, and watch this. I drape it over my arm like that. See? Do not do this.
I see that so much.
You'll see guys doing this, and then they'll go, let's see here. Dude, no. Do stuff like this.
Yeah.
That way if you get in trouble.
It's a safe way to.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna, watch here. So I want the last thing this horse remember, look how light this guy's getting, see? I'm gonna try to get this horse started in the hackamore. And he kind of pushes a lot on this halter, but hopefully he'll quiet down. But you can see how sensitive these horses are if you just give them a chance. So look, I'm gonna fix his head. There we go. And it stayed there, and that's good. Okay, see how his head raised up in the air? And a lot of times, have you ever had a horse where you go to turn them loose and they pull away from you and take off? See? So that's why I like this knot on the end, you know. I like that knot on the end because they can't pull away from you and take off. See here? See? It's all good. Now, if this horse were to pull away, and if I go to turn him loose and he just takes off, I would catch him again and rub him and turn him loose. And if he wheeled away and took off, I'd catch him again. Because I do not want that horse thinking, okay, I'm free now, you know, screw you, I'm out of here. You know, so watch that. So watch what I'll do. I'll go something like this, see? I'll just kind of sit here and rub him. This horse is pretty, see, he's thinking about leaving there, see? See, he thought about leaving there just because I mentally want to keep him hooked up here. No, don't. He thought about biting me there. I want this horse there. See, I'm rubbing him over here. I'm rubbing him on his jaw. He's working his mouth a little. He hasn't blinked. There, he's blinking now. Good. And watch here, I'll put his head down there, see? I like his head. Now watch here, I'm just gonna walk away here from him. I'm just gonna walk away here. Okay, now, if you notice this horse is still looking at me, he's still kind of hooked on me, and that's good, that's a bonus. If he was to turn and walk away now, that's okay too, because I'm done with him. My back is facing him. He knows I'm done with him. It's not a big deal, but the fact that he's choosing to stand there and keep facing me is a really cool deal. And anyway, So, but catching horses is tricky. You know, you hear lots of training operations. You know, I ain't got nothing against young people or college kids or whatever, but these big hotshot trainers, you know, they got all these kids catching and saddling their horses and then cooling them out and turning them loose. I'm going to tell you something. I don't want nobody catching my horses because they'll screw them up. They'll get them running up in a corner, turning their butt to me, and no. That right there tells you their attitude. And so, no, sir. When that gate rattles, and I keep them in dry pens. I don't keep them in little box stalls. That's just my personal opinion. And then when we had our training facility, boy, when they heard that chain rattle on that gate, dude, here they come. They walked right to me. And I didn't give them treats neither. Now, if you want to give them treats, that's great. But them horses knew when I stepped in the pen, it's like, yes, sir. You know, and it was respect, you see. They would yield their hindquarters, and here they'd come. Here come the respect, you know, and then the trust comes last. Getting back to that TRY. Trust, respect, yield. All right, folks, adios. Any questions, holler.